Hello, my name is Tamara and welcome to my travel vlog. Oh my god, this is like you are the worst cameraman ever. Hi, my name is Tamara. Welcome to a vlog. It's not an art vlog, it's a vlog about Warsaw. But it's probably gonna be shut because I have the worst cameraman in the world.
It's really getting cold. Let's get inside for breakfast.
So we're here on our bench.
It is.
And we usually come here after we have breakfast and we wait for the church bells to ring. Quite funny because usually when we sit here the bells are quite loud because there's church right here, but it seems the bell is not working. Okay, we're off to the art store. I have no idea what I want to get, but I'm going.
This is the shop where Tamara buys all of her art supplies. No, not all. Majority of her art supplies.
I have not shopped here in years, so that's a lie. Garfield. Make sure you heard. So this is a very tiny shop, it's very crowded and the assistants are very quick. So like just a few minutes ago I was wedged in here. Some guy's bum bumping into my stomach, somebody else's bum bumping into my... I was bummed. So it's a really cool shop. The assistants have a ton of knowledge, they do speak English, they're very helpful. It's very tiny, so if you're used to like... I've been in art shops back home and they're quite big and there's a lot of space and you can hold and you can touch the things yourself. Here I would say most of the stuff is behind the counter and they also have a storeroom, and that just changes the experience a lot because then you really have to know what you're looking for. You have to spend time talking to the assistant, but it's still a banger art shop. The nicest part is there's some grandparents here and they're busy like buying art stuff for their grandchild to get her into art, and I think that's really cool. So to all those lots of grandparents out there, not mine, thanks.
What did you get? AIDS, herpes, a little bit of TB, a touch of Ebola. Just show what's in the bag.
Oh, yeah, I'll do a thing where I just unbox, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna go home because it is cold
and raining.
And it's raining. And I don't know if I'm gonna unbox today, but...
Yeah.
Hello, I am back in my studio with my art supplies, struggling with my voice a little bit, but hey, that's the story of my life. I'm going to, I guess technically unwrap this and show you what I got. I feel like there should be a disclaimer, like don't get too excited. It's not like the art haul of the century. It's just a few things that I picked out when I went to the art store. I have not been inside an art store, cannot tell you when. I would like to say it's been more than 2 years that I've been actually inside an art store. I get art supplies and I get them online. I'm really glad that I went there because I got some things that I would just not have got online because of the way the colors represent on screen and how they translate like screen to eye. Yeah, so maybe that's my like advice to you. If you haven't been inside an art store for a long time, do go. I got my trusty Talents sketchbooks. I love these things. They are 140 GSM. They can take a beating. They work well with acrylic, with dry pastels, with watercolor, not so much. Like, you should maybe put down a watercolor ground, but they do absorb watercolor quite nice, and inks. It doesn't necessarily leak through the page. You do have to be a little bit careful with those very wet mediums. I love it. So I got this as a landscape. I saw Hannah, that's Hannah K Draws from Instagram, who incidentally made that beautiful painting that's here. She's been doing some landscapes and I'm like, oh, I don't have landscape like paper in that, in a color that is not black. I only have black in landscape. And I really feel kind of inspired to draw landscape. There's a part of me that's like, oh, stop, like people need to stop inspiring me. But on the other hand, I'm excited. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I think this is a landscape, I think. And this is just one of my favorite. This I've got, I've got one that I'm using. It's kind of almost at the end, but not really, because I've been painting in it. And I've been doing things like this, which is, it's nice for me to reference, and I like the color combination, but it's not a complete spread. It's more like a sketchbook thing. But I don't feel as free in here because I've also got some completed spreads. The light is just catching it. I really like this. I like this little portion here with eggs and clouds. I'm not showing you my art supplies, I'm not talking about my art. Anyway, I've got some spreads in between like this here, like there's a blank page, and I thought that I could just get a smaller one that could just be used for sketching, like my first one that I had, and then they can turn into what they want. I guess that's what I'm doing here. I don't know, I'm almost done with this one, so I needed this one, accept it. And I got this one too, and I've opened this already. It's Talents sketchbook. It's got like a cork cover, which is quite nice. I like corky things. And I've already just started making marks in it. It is a different paper, it's white. So I wonder if they're making bigger ones in this kind of color, because all of the pages in these sketchbooks that I showed you are cream. I'm thinking about like mark making and making marks and trying to get my hand more practiced at that. So this is kind of what I've been doing here. So I think I'm gonna put this into my pockets for sketching or writing nonsense. What do you call these? Nibs. I got nibs, different calligraphy nibs to just kind of use when I write. I'm really on I'm on a few kind of threads now. Mark making is one of them. And I just wanted to really try like thicker flowy nibs, and this one looks like it's going to be interesting, and this is like a flat broad stroke. So I'm excited to try these. I got myself some oil pastels, just 3, because I bought a lot of oil pastels, and I bought, however you pronounce it, Caran d'Ache, who cares? Caran d'Ache, I think that's how you say it. Anyway, I bought a lot of those because, you know, good brand, it's probably going to be better. I initially bought Senlia, which is like butter. It is magnificent. Once you tried something that's like butter, I feel like other things don't feel as good. So I am using them and I do like them, but I don't love them. So I got these ones because these are Van Gogh oil pastels. Is this Talents? Yeah, it's Talents. And they're much cheaper than the Caran d'Ache and Senlia pastels. And I'm just eager to try and see how they work. Because as much as I believe in buying yourself the best possible materials you can afford, sometimes like I've got enough of the best that I can afford, if that makes sense. But I want to experiment with other stuff. I'm at that stage now where it's not important for me to get a good result, because that's why I used to buy good supplies, so that I didn't have to battle with trying to use something that's a beginner, like beginner white. That is a good example for me. I will always advocate for buying, if you're learning to paint, the best white that you can afford. But geez, cover up, Tamara, because it means you do less work. If you want to cover something up with white, you do not have to work as hard if you used golden white versus, I don't know, Talon's white. So that is why I always advocate in that case. It helps you not work as hard. You don't need as many coats of paint, etc. But now I'm at the stage of my life where I don't care if I have to work hard. I don't care if I have to push a little bit, because it doesn't matter if it looks as nice. What's nice for me is like trying new things, experimenting and learning. And that's where this comes in. I was just supposed to be showing you art supplies, not talking. Okay, I just got 2 brushes. I got this, a really huge POSCA pen. I didn't want POSCA, I wanted Molotov, but I got tired of or anxious of talking to the store assistant. I just didn't want to bother them, so I just took this one. And I've already opened it. And I've already just scratched it along paper here just to see what the shape is like. I only got it in white because I know white is the color I will probably almost definitely use. It's easy to integrate, and if I enjoy the nib and the way it works, I'll probably try some other colors. It was quite expensive. It was as expensive as 1.5 tubes of paint. So I guess it's also because of the brand. I don't know yet. I really wanted a bigger marker. I find myself not using little paint markers as much unless I'm doing detailed work, but I really enjoy splashing paint and digging into the canvas. It seems I've become very aggressive. I've always been aggressive. And then I got these 2 colors of paint, which is Permanent Red Purple and Prussian Blue Phthalo. I would never have bought these colors if I saw them online, and I think even if I'm looking at it here on camera, it might not be presenting correctly. This looks very, I mean, it could be my lighting, but it presents, or it looks very red, but it's actually quite pink. I have been obsessed with strawberries, eating eating strawberries and painting blueberries. And I say obsessed, it makes it feel like I've painted so many. I've only just painted one, but I spent a lot of time looking at the blueberry and thinking about the blueberry. So I think I'm going into a berry phase, exiting out of the egg phase, and now getting into the berry phase. Yeah, so I don't like swatching my supplies as such, but I'll do a kind of swatch thing. Maybe I'll make a new video and you can see how I test my new supplies. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I'll do a little swatch thing and you can see what's going on. Okay, I don't know if this is the end of the vlog, but I guess it should be because if I record more, I think I might get paralyzed again, which was what was happening before I fell sick. And I'd rather have something short out to you. Maybe it's unsatisfying, but maybe it's an appetizer. I don't know, who cares? What I want to say is thank you for watching. If you're new here, thanks for coming. I hope you found something valuable, saw a tiny smidgen of Warsaw, and I hope that you will like this video, give it a thumbs down if you're racist, and subscribe, because it really helps me get my name out there, get the right people to me. So obviously if you totally hate whimsical art and brown people, do not subscribe, duh. But if you're okay with brown people and you like quirky art and people talking about their process, then this is the right place for you. So yeah, I don't know what else to say to end this off nicely besides goodbye and take care, and I will see you very soon.
I look good?
Gorgeous. Hello.